Hi. It's been a long time since I've been on YouTube, and I've been doing a lot of things. I've been doing stand-up comedy for the past year and a half, almost 2 years in Los Angeles. And I feel like I don't know what to do here anymore on this platform. I mean, I was making videos. Obviously, if you've been to my channel, I don't have that much content. I've had this channel for a long time. I started putting stuff on here of my son when he was a kid because, it was like a way to send videos to my family so they could see what was going on because I was in New York. And I always thought, like, I'm not going to post a video unless it's perfect, unless it's got, comedy and music and all this stuff. And then you just don't post anymore because you're trying to make everything great, right? And I don't want to do that. So I think I just want to keep posting here and seeing where this takes me, because I post more on Instagram than I do here. Maybe this is the place where I could be just more loose. So I'm doing a new set on Saturday and Sunday. And I've been having a hard time trying to condense what I want to say in 5 minutes. So that's what I'm working on. I'm a graphic designer during the day. I do a lot of production work. I do a lot of stuff in the music industry. Stuff for catalogs and things like that. So that's what I do during the day. I'm a stand-up comic on my off time. I would like that to be a career for me. I mean, I get paid every now and then for stuff. It's not consistent, but it's a lot of fun. And you know what they say, if you're having fun, it doesn't seem like work. But if it is work, then I should get paid for it, right? It is a lot of work though, because I started stand-up comedy in 2016 in New York. I did it for a year. And then my brother passed away. And I was trying to get out of this gig at Dangerfields. And I told the booker that my brother had died, but he didn't really care. He wanted me to go in anyway. I kept the gig. The gig was, I had no choice. He wouldn't let me out of it. And I don't know, if I just didn't show up, it would have been fine. And now that I think about it, but I just didn't want to make anyone, I'm a reliable person. At least I try to be. So the last time I did stand-up at Dangerfields was 2 days before my brother's funeral. My brother died in 2017 of cardiac arrest in New York City. And so I did this set 2 days before his funeral. And I started off my set like this. So my brother died last week. And here I am thinking, I am great. Look at me. I'm doing stand-up even though my brother died. So I was not like I was hoping for applause or anything, but I was thinking, that's the funny part. The funny part is my brother died last week. I know it's not funny, but that's what I was thinking. That I was going to come off as like, oh, wow, cool. That's funny. Ha, ha, ha. In retrospect, I know that's not the way you do comedy, especially when you're talking about death. And I had all these jokes about him, and then I always got, I got from the audience, I got polite smiles, like a little bit of laughter, but no outbursts or anything. I was making the owner mad because I was not caring if I got laughs or not. I talked about cremation. I have some good jokes. I'm gonna have to bring those jokes up. It's been since 2017, and I haven't really done any of those topics since then. So maybe I should bring that back. And anytime people didn't laugh, I'd say, you know what? That's not going in the eulogy. Thank you. I'm working this out. But I didn't care if people laughed or not because my mentality at the time was, someone just died. Life's too short. Who cares if people laugh or not? Who cares? And so that's when I decided maybe I should quit comedy because I should care if I'm making people laugh. But then I talked to a lot of people and they said, no, that's actually the time when you should have stayed in comedy. Stay in comedy because you don't care. Well, I didn't. Okay, the last set I think I did was his eulogy, which I got huge applause. That was like a really good stand-up set, but also everybody in the audience was friends and family, so of course they're going to support me. And then I fast forward to, my son being old enough to not have a babysitter. We moved to Los Angeles during the pandemic, and then I was back in my hometown, where everyone I know here is from high school. So we really have not kept in touch, and I don't have a lot of friends here in California. So then in 2023, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20, 6 years later, I decide I'm going to get back into comedy, make some friends. That was the main goal first. I thought, let me just make some friends, a community of friends that are comics. That'd be great. So I took a class at Cool Beans in Pasadena at the Ice House. And the first time I got on stage in 6-7 years, I was not nervous. It was really weird. And I wasn't drinking, so I went up sober. And the thing about that experience was that I had my heart wasn't pounding. I wasn't nervous. And I thought, this is really weird. I have a cup of water. I've been drinking water the whole time. And this is how I feel. It was very strange. I'm not saying it was the best set I ever had. It was a pretty good set because, again, it was a showcase and friends and family were in the audience. But there were some times where I was thinking like, oh, how does this joke again? Or what's the next joke? Because I was so focused on the words and what I was going to say instead of like really connecting with the audience. Besides, I'll talk about that another time. But anyway, I'm back. And now, so it's 2025. This is almost 2 years here in California. And it's been really fun. And I'm lucky that I have a show a week. And I think my goal will be to have 2 shows a week, not just 1 a week. That would be great because that would be 100 shows a year. I want to talk about all the stuff that I've been learning. How just things have been clicking like, oh, I get it now. And I have a lot of hurdles that I've had, a lot of obstacles along the way, and some setbacks and some really good advice and whatever. So I think maybe I'll just come on here and talk about my comedy stuff and just how I feel about things. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to post this. Let's just see what happens. What's the worst that could happen, right? You just move on to the next video. Okay, bye.